Here's a quick devotional for your Thursday. So this morning on my way to school, I was thinking about the scripture where Jesus says, "You do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you will." And he says this while he's washing his disciples' feet. And if you don't know the story, basically the last time that Jesus hangs out with his close group of friends, he gets down and he washes their feet. And his friend Peter says, "No, you can't do that. I should be washing your feet, basically, because you're Jesus." And he says, "You do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you will." And I think this applies to a lot of the stuff that Jesus did when he was here on earth. Like, we didn't realize what he was doing then, but later we will. And then I started to just look back at my life and the times where I was like, "God, why did this happen?" Or like, "Why didn't you maybe answer his prayer in the way that I wanted it answered?" Or just like the different things that have happened in my life. And that scripture came like, "You did not realize what I was doing, but later you will." And a lot of times I look back and I'm like, right then it looked really bad, but look what God brought out of that. Or in this moment, this happened, but because of this, now I have this beautiful blessing from God. So I just want to encourage you today to look back on what God has done in your life. At that time, you were like, "God, what are you doing?" But you didn't realize what he was doing then, but later you did. And I also want to give you encouragement that maybe you don't realize what God is doing now, but later you will. So if you're in that season where you're like, "God, why is this happening?" Or, "God, why didn't you answer this prayer?" You do not realize now what's going on, but later you will, because God has bigger and God has better plans for you, and I truly believe that.